Shalom. I give all the good praises to Yahawah, Hashem, Yahushua, Bashar, HaKadosh. That abundance to the Elohim, Apostle, great millstone, talk the streets of sincerity, such as to the helpful, that spirit of the fourth authority. It's going to be a video entitled The Name of Yahawah and the Name of Yahushua is a strong tower. All right, that'll be Proverbs 18:10. It reads, the name of Yahawah, which is go back to the Yahawah as in the Most High, the Heavenly Father, right? The LRD is all caps that's referring to the Heavenly Father. Yahawah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and it's safe. Okay, so this is why the names of the Lord are important. And it always how do we get to the Heavenly Father? Right? We just don't. There's the mediator, right? There's which is who Yahushua, right? So we go to the Heavenly Father through Yahushua. So this is why we always say Yahawah, Hashem, Yahushua, Yahawah in the name of Yahushua, right? But those names, right, are a strong tower. They're a strong fortress. Okay, the righteous run into it and it's safe, right? And the righteous is referring to the elect, right? You know, they're running into those names. They're calling on those names, right? Though they are using those names when they are in trouble, right? When they are in, difficulties, when they use those names when they're low or when they up, okay? Is a protection, okay? This is why the wicked, and those false prophets won't push the names, the true names, right? Because it's only righteous, because they're not righteous, right? They're wicked, okay? And only the righteous will only the righteous will call on the true names. But the rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as a high wall in his own conceit. All right, so worldly perspective, right? Babylon the Great, okay, America, right? One of the richest nations on the earth, right? Being run by bankers elite, okay? And they look at America as a strong city because of its military hegemony, right? Being one of the world leaders in defense spending, right? So, they in their mind they think, they got, they will never be taken down, right? They will never, because their riches lies in their strong city, right? Their wealth is a strong city, is their defense, okay? They think the wicked think it's a safety, right? They think is a safety, right, place for them, which it's not, okay? Our people think Egypt, right, which is America, Babylon the Great, is a safe haven for them. Okay, it's not. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility, right? So before destruction, the heart of man is haughty, meaning people are just burly, right? Lovers of themselves, lovers of the world, right? Proud, not caring, right? Living like they want to live, right? Doing what they want to do, right? But what comes after destruction? And before honor is humility, right? And we're, the only people who are in a state of humility is what the men of the Lord, the women of the Lord, right? But their latter ends is what to receive honor, okay? And it all starts by what? The names of the Lord. You have to know the names of the Lord. You have to be able to understand the name Yahawah, what that means, and the name Yahushua, what that means, right? Exodus 2 explains the name, the Heavenly Father name, Yahawah, because Moses inquired about the Heavenly Father name, right? And then Matthew's, the first chapter, goes into Yahushua's name, right? If you go into the word Jesus, right, it'll go It means he salvation, right? Jehovah. It can say it reads Jehovah's salvation, but it means Yahweh, right? Right, it's salvation, or Yahawashah, right? Which also means Yahawashah, right? Which means he saves, right? So the word Jehovah, you have to place that with Yahawashah, right? Which means he saves, right? Because he gonna save us, right, from the troubles, from Jacob trouble, from the troubles that's back home upon the world. Okay, so we have to constantly call on our names, right, daily. I'll close here by giving all and going praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem, Hakadosh, and that's some